You must start from national conversation, then you go to community conversation. So that is what we can learn. Now, let me go and talk about the next 5 things I call the 5 things were most disappointing about Limuru 3. The first thing is that too little, too late. Limuru 3 was a postmortem. Who is happy during a postmortem of his mother, his father, his children, his grandchildren? Limuru 3 was a postmortem about how we have lost the economy, about how we made the wrong decision about leadership. Why didn't Mount Kenya do Limuru 3 before 2022 so that we don't do the postmortem for Kenya? So too little, too late. The second point I have about a big disappointment here is that I listen. A leader has emerged, but the lesson here is the Limuru 3 was not about Mount Kenya. Limuru 3 was a national conversation, only that it was taken to Mount Kenya, spoken in Mount Kenya language. Wamushomba has shown she's the emerging leader with how she gave her speech. She talked about how Mount Kenya gave William Ruto the vote and made him form the government. And he has mentioned how everyone is being plucked from parastatal, from that ministry, from that department. Even me, I was plucked. Me, I'm from Kisumu. I was plucked from where I was working. All communities in Kenya are going through that, apart from the community that the president favors. That community is the one who knows. But Mombasa, my friends have been plucked from boards. If you come to, you go to Coast Province, Taita Taveta, go to Kilifi, go to Kwale, go to Tana River, go to Lamu. Everywhere people are being plucked. In Nairobi here, so many people who are in good boards have been plucked, being replaced by people he wants. The Kenya Gazette has been the busiest gazette during Ruto's presidency of removing people and replacing with thugs. Removing the right people, replacing with thugs. In the ministries, he removed the Minister for Agriculture, Peter Munya, and he put Linturi. What did they see? They removed Magoha from there and placed him with who? Wachogu. What's education doing? They removed CS for health. Who was he? Mutahi Kagwe. They replaced him with who? What are we seeing in healthcare? So that has been the story. Remove, replace. How can you remove gold, then you replace them with mud? At least you replace with silver or bronze or copper. How can you replace gold with mud, platinum or diamond with shit? You understand what I mean? Yeah. So what I'm trying to say here is that those conversations which have been taken there is unfortunate. They were just said in Mount Kenya language, but those are national conversations that I am looking forward. When Limuru 3 will now call for Nairobi 1, so that one country, one agenda, so that our enemy can be one William Ruto. Because that's the enemy. That was the enemy in Limuru 3. You call Kisumu 1, it is the enemy. You call Mombasa, I don't know. So there is no calling Mombasa Limuru. So let us not go tribal, every committee convening, I don't know what. Let's come to Nairobi. The issues are the same. Taxation, the same. Education falling, the same. Healthcare, the same. Our companies being closed now, even some other people who are thinking were safe, their company has also been closed, just like they have closed Kikuyu in Kisumu and everywhere. So everything is shutting down. The only thing not shutting down is Ruto's wallet. It's swelling while everybody's wallet is shrinking, or they are being taken all away.
He's a thief.
Now the second thing that we learned, no, that's the third thing we learned, which is a disappointment. The second disappointment is the disappointment I had because I've had a certain narrative going on that Mount Kenya now wants one of their own. It began with Baba Yao. That Mount Kenya wants to have their own to be the ballot for 2027. And I saw Martha Karua there, I saw Kioni there, and they are members of Azimio. When they start saying that, And Martha Karua and Kioni are also saying that they are also in Azimio, yet the narrative that Mount Kenya must have their candidate. Yet within Azimio, they are seeming to have agreed there's a candidate. When Raila goes to AU, then that can kill Azimio unity. But because I'm not here to speak on behalf of Azimio unity, they should be watchful and ask themselves, are they Kenyans first, or are they Azimio first, or they are Mount Kenya first? If they are Mount Kenya first, let them start with Mount Kenya first. If they are Kenyans first, let them focus on Kenyan national issue. If they are Azimio first, I didn't hear them mentioning anything about Azimio. They only spoke in their mother tongue and they didn't care. So I think that they were the representative of Azimio in that Mount Kenya because the Kenya Kwanza spoke their language. Why did they not come out clearly to speak their own language to make it clear? And the last point I have about another disappointment that you can see in this whole situation is that people need to listen to their leaders, and they listen to them in good time before it gets too late. The fact that Mount Kenya elected William Ruto, it is not because they didn't know him. They were told. This man was known. As an MP, he was known. As assistant minister, he even promised to assassinate somebody. William Ruto was known as a politician who was in a case in Naivasha where people died in his hands. These cases are known. The war that killed Mount Kenya people, physical death. Someone who has killed you physically, how easy to kill you economically? And they knew, and they were told. Now, they still elected him. And I heard them saying, huyo ni mwizi wetu, ndio tupatie. Ni kama wakati Yesu alikuwa anasulubisha. Wakasema, muachilie Barnabas na tunani tusulubishe Yesu. So Mount Kenya chose their Barnabas, sivyo? And rejected Jesus. Jesus then was Raila Odinga. And because Jesus was Raila Odinga, Jesus now should just go to AU. Jesus has gone to heaven. Last Sunday we celebrated in the church Ascension. Jesus went to heaven, sivyo? Yeah. Let Raila be lifted up, isn't it? Baba be lifted where? Up. Be lifted where? Up. Those remaining down is up to you. Akiwangukia akirudi ni shida yenu. Hiyo sio shida yetu, sivyo? Sisi tulisema Baba, to the world we give you, sivyo? Yes. Mkawacha Yesu mkachukua nani? Barnabas. Sasa Barnabas amekuwa Zakayo, sivyo? Sasa kuleni Zakayo. Sisi Yesu aende wapi? AU, sivyo? Ya mwisho, another disappointment. One of my friends mentioned here. 1 shilling, 1 vote. Sivyo? This thing of 1 shilling, 1 vote, it shows that the people in Limuru 3 have no creativity because there's nothing new. Uhuru said it, Raila said it, it was the BBI, he refused it. But the issue here should not be 1 shilling, 1 vote. For me, as Professor Fred Ogolla, I believe in the Solomonic economic wisdom. Let us look for opportunities where opportunities are greater. This was the philosophy of Tom Mboya, which is working everywhere until now. Let us look for Taita Taveta. What can we put in Taita Taveta so that the national revenue can grow greatest? Then we share if we believe we are children of one family. Let's go to Kilifi, look for it. Let's go to Lamu. Let's go to Mombasa County. Let's go to Kwale. Let's go to Nyeri. Let's go to Kisumu. Let's go to Siaya. Let's go to Makueni. Because when you start looking at only numbers, there can be very many people and there's no opportunity, but you're taking money where there's no opportunity. So let's put money that can get youth back to work. Let's put money that can secure our mothers, our grandmothers, and our daughters and sisters. We should not just throw money at population. If you want where money is, then take that money to China. Chinese are more than Kenyans. Why should we have more money here? Why did God not give Chinese this country? Why are Chinese coming here? Why should money not go to their place? So we should not just come with ideologies. If we have small ideas, 1 shilling, 1 vote. Let me tell you what, that is a wrong philosophy. In fact, $1, one vote is a theory which was found before 19 Patopuk. That year is a year where people believe that money is more important than human being. What do I mean? If a rich man was arrested who was rich, he was told, you are too rich to be in prison, you just be free. But a poor man was put in jail because he has nothing to lose even if he's in jail. That's why I say $1, one vote. The dollar is bigger than the human being. So 1 shilling, one vote, you are trying to rate one human being to be equal to 1 shilling. Can one human being be equal to a shilling?
No.
So we are more valuable. Human beings are infinite in value. You cannot equate a human being with a shilling. So I want to tell Mount Kenya, don't worry about having your own, but look for someone who can secure you. And should all those people disappoint you who are in Limuru, and I can see they did disappoint you, don't worry. Sometimes a neighbor can be more helpful than your own household. And this time, I just want to tell you, let us be true friends, let us be true Kenyans. We share in your pain. If it is too tired for you, you can come to us, the Luos. We have been out of government since the beginning of this world. We have all the tactics. We shall teach you. Then after we come through these years, we shall go. But let me tell you what, let's come together on 1st of June at Kaloleni Social Hall. Inaitwa debe kabla ya debe. Sisi hatungoji 2027. Ruto should go home before 2027. We are launching a bill to recall the president directly on what is called debe kabla ya debe. So that any day anyone will ever cheat you that they are going to do A, B, C and they don't do, you bring them home immediately. Not just William Ruto, any other president. Any man will be going to bed knowing, if I don't deliver, tomorrow I have no job. Not that you are sitting there and start warning us, throwing stones and that, and you're enjoying life, telling us live within your means. Which means are they? Those means are our means. How did you get those means? Through us. So we are your means. So if we can't live, you can't live. If you can live and we are living, we are not living, then all of us must die. Who pays taxes? So you want us to die so that you live alone? Who will pay the taxes? Who will work for you? So that we can't accept. And the last point I have is the most painful point we have today. Imagine, I saw in the budget that 300 million shillings being given to Gachagua to change curtains in his office, to buy plates and golden spoons.